Speaking of just extraordinary, Jacqui Lambie. Now, look, she's good for a bit of entertainment, and she always delivers. And again, she did today. We talked last night, we've been talking this week, of course, about the fact that the federal government and its eSafety Commissioner wants to crack down on social media, and particularly X, which is owned by Elon Musk, for, supposed misinformation and disinformation, and showing footage from the stabbing at a church in Sydney last Monday and the Bondi Junction massacre a few days before that. Well, Jacqui Lambie this morning, she's got a solution for all of this. We should lock Elon Musk up.
Elon Musk has no social conscience or conscience whatsoever. Quite frankly, the bloke should be jailed. The power that man has, because of that platform that he's on, it's got to stop. That bloke has no conscience. He's an absolute frigging disgrace. And there's nothing else to say about Elon Musk.
She certainly is entertaining. And I've got to say, that is one extradition I am looking forward to, because it will certainly be entertaining. She then went on to say later in the day that she is removing her Twitter account. Be gone! I cannot be part of this disgrace anymore.
I'll be switching off X today. I'll be doing that before I get to the airport this afternoon. And I suggest that the other 226, there's 227 members of parliament do the same thing and show them that you mean business. Because when you want to lead by example, it has to happen from here.
Now, look, she's probably not wrong on that point, because there are politicians who are currently saying, oh, Twitter is terrible, X is terrible, and then they post the clips of them saying that X is terrible on X, as Tanya Plibersek did yesterday. But, I mean, she's pissing in the wind here, really.
I mean, she wants to jail Elon Musk for allowing too much free speech. This is what happens when you allow activists to become politicians. But she's kind of funny, right? Because she's complaining that there's too much hate on Twitter, and so she's going to fix it by removing herself from Twitter, which is a good start for removing hate from Twitter, because remember how she spoke to people who didn't want to get the vaccine back during the pandemic? We're going to come after you lock, stock and barrel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she spewed some pretty incredible bile against people she disagreed with. So, as of tonight, Twitter is a friendlier place with Jacqui Lambie no longer part of it.
And I hope they all take her advice, and the other 200-something of them, which she said, all get off Twitter. It will be a better place without you, please. I mean, how good is this platform when you've got the author and finisher, Elon Musk himself, literally dropping bombs on the Australian Prime Minister? Yes, our very own Albo. He doesn't go so far as to name him because, that would be way too satisfactory. But here he is saying, look, buddy, you're at a crossroads. What's it gonna be? Censorship or freedom? We already know which one Albo has chosen. The current state of play, Elon summed up perfectly in another tweet today, which I'll show you in a second. Oh, can we zoom in on that? It's rather tiny. I won't even be able to read it to you. Our concern is that if any country, this is so perfectly put, if any country is allowed to cover, here it is. Okay, now I can read it, is allowed to censor content for all countries, which is what the Australian eSafety Commissioner is demanding, then what is to stop any country from controlling the entire internet? We have already censored the content in question for Australia, pending legal appeal, and it is stored only on servers in the USA, because we know the eSafety Commissioner is now trying to tell Elon Musk, trying to tell X, no, I'm not just saying you have to ban this particular video of the alleged stabbing in Fairfield. Not just in Australia, you have to ban it altogether. That's how jumped up this woman is, for crying out loud. So Elon Musk is putting this very succinctly in terms that everyone can understand. So even people who are championing this, which is an alarming amount of our MPs on both sides, and even independents like Jacqui Lambie in between, that is scary. He's saying you really want to allow a government to dictate, because that means we're at the behest of any government in the world.
I know,
and that means all these governments are collectively dictating what you get to say and what you can't say, what you will be fined for saying, not just on my platform, but on every platform. It is so simple. I can't believe people aren't grasping the very nefarious nature of what Lambie, the government, the opposition, we heard from Dutton yesterday being like, oh yeah, I back this 100%. It is alarming. How can people not see how draconian this is?
Well, we've got our eSafety Commissioner, or as Mr Musk likes to call her, the eSafety Commisar, saying, you know, this is what she says we can and cannot do. Imagine when every other country in the world follows suit and comes up with their eSafety Commisar, and all 170 odd countries or whatever there is in the world is telling X and every other social media platform what they can and can't.
Yeah.
You won't be able to have anything on social media because every country will have its own issue with something and it will become a total quagmire. The idea that any country can dictate to a publisher, whether it be X, whether it be Facebook, whether it be the Daily Telegraph, whether it be Sky News, what they can and cannot publish is patently absurd. And that's where we're going. Every country in the world will have one of these and they will all be driving different agendas. And by the time they've driven all of those agendas, you will be able to see literally nothing.
That's the plan, though.
Yeah.
All you will have left to read, to watch, is exactly what they want you to read and watch.